Well, how's it going, everyone? It's been a bit since I uploaded last. It's been quite busy, and just haven't really found the time to make a video. But now I do find time to make a video. It's the summer. It's nicer out, and there's more things to do. So today's video, I'm gonna review this 300 watt Steelite Prymax solar generator. This thing is kind of meant for like small electronics that are able to be charged with 300 watts or whatever it is. It features two AC outlets here and a bunch of USB ports, DC power obviously for charging devices that use DC power, and it also has a handy little 12 volt cigarette plug over here to plug things in that use a car plug. So it's quite handy, and I really do enjoy using this unit for plugging in TVs and small things. So that's your use right there. I also went out and purchased a 100 watt solar generator here. I think it's called the company is called GoFort, and this thing works really well, I think, on sunny days, and I think it's actually going to be tested well today because it's extremely hot outside and it's very sunny. I think you can see the sun right there. It's shining perfectly out here, so we'll be able to test how good that thing works. So I'll go ahead and turn on the generator now, and it does blink on the phone because of the way the phone works, but in real life this thing doesn't really blink. That's just the way the display looks on the camera. But right now we're reading 0 watts input, and it's got 100% battery, so full battery. So let's go out and test this thing with some electronics, and we'll see what it can run and what it can't run. So let's get started there. So right here we have a little Lasasco Box Fan. These are great for when you're outside and you need some nice breeze to kind of cool you off, but it's handy, and it would be nice to power it with a nice little generator here. So let's plug it into the Steelite and see what we can get here. So I just plugged it in. Let me make sure I get that in there enough. Cool, so that's in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and we're gonna release some AC power out there. So we have AC power. So I'm gonna put this on the 2 setting, and there we go. Looks like it's going there, and it is blowing some nice air, and we're at about 59 watts, and it's got a stable 59 watts being released. So it looks to be working just fine. I'll jack it up to 3 actually, which is the full setting. And we're at about 74 watts, give or take. So it's drawing enough power for this thing to last about 4 hours efficiently with this unit. And it is running it perfectly fine. It's a nice breeze, it's going really fast, and yeah, so that's working very well. I have no issues with that. So there you go. 73 watts, nice. So that's the first thing that this can work with. So there we go. Let's move on to our second, and it's already at 99% here. Let's move on to our second item, which is this fridge over here. So let's go ahead and try powering that. Alright, so this is the plug to this little fridge right here. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see what happens. So I just plugged it in right now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on AC power and see what happens. So turn that on. Cool, so I just turned it on, and it looks like we're drawing no wattage right now. I think this is off. Let me go ahead and open this up. And the fridge light is on, and we're drawing about 38 watts on the fridge light. That looks to be working. Let me close that on. I just closed it and we're back to 0 watts. So it looks like it's powering the fridge light, but it looks like it's not on yet. It's gonna take a couple minutes, I think. But I don't hear anything happening. Maybe it's gonna take the compressor a few minutes to turn on. I'll be back with you guys in a little bit just to see if this starts going. If it doesn't, I'll go ahead and say it's unsuccessful. So unfortunately, I left this thing for about 15 minutes and nothing happened. It makes me think that this generator simply isn't providing enough power. The light did work when I opened up the fridge, drawed about 40 watts, but the problem is that this may not have enough power to go ahead and get that cooling element working. What should we call it? The compressor. So yeah, well, I mean, I guess you could leave this for an hour. It could probably do something, but unfortunately that's a fail. But the next thing we're gonna do here is a popcorn machine, which I don't expect it to work at all, because this thing draws upwards of 1,000 watts. Let's go and plug this in and see what happens. I'm expecting it to be a fail, but let's plug it in and see what happens. So I just plugged it in. It's at 93 watts right now. It's turning the light on. So the light seems to be turned on fine. I'm gonna try turning on the motor. I just turned on the motor and we're at about 100 watts. And now what I'm gonna do is turn everything off except the heating element. And turn that on. And it just jumped to 606 watts. And it hasn't shut off yet. You can kind of see how that's working there. So it's at about 581 watts right now. Looks like it's, it just went, looks like it's struggling a little bit here. You can see it going back and forth. I do see it heating up, but it's struggling, obviously. It seems to be going back and forth. Now it's 97% at 558 watts. It looks like it's trying to power it, but it might not be. It looks like it's working, though, surprisingly. Efficiently, too. And the fan just turned on because it's releasing a lot of wattage, I guess. So the fan is turning on, and it just shut off. So that did last actually like 30 seconds, I want to say, until it shut off. So that's surprising. It did actually power this for quite a bit. Let me try and see if I could turn this back on. Turned it back on. It's back on. The fan is running on this generator, and the fan releases some nice air to keep this thing going. But yeah, look at it. Go in there. That's pretty cool that it's still going. But I'm interested to see how hot that thing actually is, the machine. So yeah, it shut off again. Let me go check what's going on with this machine, if it's any hot. Oh yeah, it's pretty hot. That machine got pretty hot for being on that, so that's really surprising. Yeah, looks like it's working, but you would have to keep shutting that generator on, off, which would be really cumbersome and not ideal for what you're doing. So yeah, so that I would say that's a pass, sort of, because it powered it for 30 seconds and then shut off. So it can kind of handle it, but at the same time, no, it can't handle it. So yeah, this little generator is struggling in that aspect. So it did power basic things. It powered this fridge. This heater. Fan. Box fan. I'm not getting the words for it. It powered the lights in that fridge for a little bit until it turned off, and it powered this popcorn machine for about a minute, give or take. You just had to keep switching the AC power on and off, and it could actually maintain that heat if I kept turning it on and off, and I could potentially make some popcorn even if I kept turning it on and off, which is quite annoying, but it would work though. So there you go. The next thing I'm going to do is try the solar panel in this. The solar panel I have, to try and see how good that works. I think it's interesting to test to see how good the solar panel functionality will work, because this is rated for about 200 watts of solar panel inputs. So I would say I'd want to see something like 100 watts being released, because it's extremely sunny outside. So I'd want to see some nice wattage coming out of that thing. So I'll be right back with you guys to see how good the solar panel works in this thing. Alright, so I just got my solar panel situated out here, trying to aim it for the sun. It's not perfect, it's a little curved, but it is connected, and we are getting actually, 43 watts right now, and that's not even that centered, but it's getting about 43 watts consistently from that panel, which is amazing actually. 44 watts. If I could get this more towards where it needs to be, I could probably get more, but this is just a rough estimate, honestly. And I'm getting 43 watts really easily. So the solar panel functionality works really well in this. Once you have the sun, you're just gonna get free power going here, and it's amazing how good this works. So I really would recommend a solar generator if you can get one for portable power, and definitely get a solar panel with it, because when you don't have access to like AC power, just hook up your solar panels and you'll get some nice electricity going. 43 watts consistently is amazing. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned a little bit about how these solar generators work and what to expect from a 300 watt generator. And I hope you have a great day. So thank you for tuning in. Peace out.